So I have applied to 43 jobs in the last 8 months, and I have been rejected by every single one of them. Some of them didn't even bother to reject me, they just didn't respond, which is its own special kind of thing. Now, for context, I am a person who has, at various points in my life, been told that I am creative and personable and a great fit for the right opportunity, which is what people say when they don't want to tell you that you have no marketable skills. So when I decided to start applying for actual real-world jobs, I went in with this completely misplaced confidence that I can only describe as delusional. Like, I genuinely thought this was going to be a 2-week thing. Apply, get a few interviews, pick the best offer, boom, done. That was my mental model of how this process worked. It did not work like that. The first rejection came in fast, like same day fast. I had barely processed the fact that I'd submitted the application before I got an email back that said, after careful consideration, we've decided to move forward with other candidates. And I was like, okay, cool. That's fine. That's one. I've got 42 more irons in the fire. By rejection 15, I had stopped reading the emails fully. I'd open them, clock the word unfortunately in the first line, and archive it. There's a folder on my email right now called LOL that has 31 messages in it. I am not joking. Here's what nobody tells you about job rejection, though. It's not actually the rejection that gets to you. You kind of expect that. What gets you is the randomness of it. Like, I would spend 4 hours on a cover letter, really pouring myself into it, and hear nothing. And then I'd blast out this totally mid-application that I threw together in 20 minutes because I forgot to close a browser tab, and that one would get me an interview. There is no logic. There is no pattern. It is just chaos wearing a LinkedIn profile. And the interviews? Okay, the interviews. So I had this one interview, and I want to be very clear that I prepared for this one. I researched the company, I had questions ready, I even ironed a shirt, which I want some credit for because that shirt had been in a pile on my floor for 3 weeks. The interviewer opens with, "So tell me about yourself," which I know that question is coming every time. I have a whole answer ready, but something about the way she said it made my brain just leave the building. And I sat there for what felt like a full minute before I said, and I quote, "Yeah, so I'm a person who really likes solving problems." That's it! That's what I led with. I like solving problems. I am a person who likes problems. I did not get that job. But here is the thing, and I'm only saying this because I've had a lot of time to think while staring at ceilings. I actually learned a lot from doing this badly for 8 months. Not the stuff people put in LinkedIn posts, not rejection builds resilience or whatever, actual stuff. Like the fact that the version of yourself you put in an application is not you. It's this polished, hollow thing that sounds like a job description threw up on a resume. And every time you get rejected, it doesn't mean you're not good at things. It means that hollow document version of you didn't match the hollow document version of what they wanted. It's 2 pieces of paper not vibing. That's it. Also, applying to 43 jobs taught me that I genuinely have no idea what I want. And that's not a motivational thing I'm saying, it's just literally true. I applied to jobs in like 6 completely unrelated fields because I was just throwing darts. And getting rejected across the board kind of forced me to go, okay, wait, what would actually not make me miserable? Which is a harder question than it sounds. So here's where I'm at now. Still unemployed, technically, but I've started actually making stuff instead of trying to convince strangers in 15-minute interviews that I'm worth taking a chance on. And I don't know if that's going to work out either, honestly. It might not. But at least nobody's archiving my emails into a folder called LOL. Anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. If you're in the middle of your own spiral of sending applications into the void, just know that I'm right there with you. Which probably isn't as comforting as I meant it to be, but it's all I've got. Okay, bye.